Why do they only call you when they need something? Why do people suddenly become loyal when they realize you're leaving? Machiavelli saw this pattern centuries ago. Loyalty is often a mask for usefulness. People don't beg you to stay because they love you. They beg because you still have something they want. This is not a cynical view. It's a powerful truth. In this video, we break down the brutal Machiavellian lesson that value dictates loyalty. And once you're no longer useful, they let you go, or worse, betray you. Over 15 in-depth chapters, you'll learn how to read people, protect your energy, and ensure that your presence is always a choice, not a manipulation. Once you understand how usefulness controls human attachment, you'll never be used again. In politics, Machiavelli observed that alliances were not built on ideals, but on necessity. A prince is loved when he is powerful. He is abandoned when he is weak. In life, the same is true. People rally around those who give them something. The moment you stop being useful, the loyalty fades. You must understand, usefulness is currency. People trade in it, covertly. Every favor, every smile, every offer to help often comes with a hidden condition. As long as I still need you. But once you become aware of this truth, you stop becoming their tool and start becoming your own authority. Let's begin. 1. The utility principle. Why people attach to power. People don't love you. They love what you do for them. And this doesn't make them evil. It makes them human. In Machiavelli's world, kings and rulers were surrounded by flatterers. But once their power faded, so did the praise. People are drawn to what benefits them. This is called the utility principle, attachment through usefulness. Ask yourself, why are they close to you? If your value disappeared tomorrow, would they still stand beside you? The answer tells you everything about the authenticity of your relationships. 2. Emotional manipulation masquerading as loyalty. People say things like, I need you, or you're everything to me. But when those words are used to trap you in situations where you're drained, not appreciated, that's not love, it's control. Machiavelli would recognize this instantly. He warned against trusting emotional appeals when decisions should be made with logic. Emotional manipulation is often dressed in loyalty, but rooted in need-based dependency. Real loyalty doesn't manipulate, it empowers. Learn to recognize the difference. 3. The disposability window, when usefulness expires. Every role you play in someone's life has a window. If you outgrow that role, or stop fulfilling what they expect, watch how quickly their tone changes. You'll go from irreplaceable to problematic. This is what Machiavelli called the convenience of betrayal. When you're no longer useful, some people don't even say goodbye. They just vanish or turn against you. Know your window, and know when to exit before they close it for you. 4. Begging is a survival response. Have you ever tried to leave a situation and suddenly they beg you to stay? That's not a sign of love. That's panic. Your value is leaving, and they feel exposed. Machiavelli taught that people are loyal when it benefits them. When a useful figure walks away, the dependent party will do anything to restore balance, including perform fake apologies, false promises, or emotional breakdowns. Begging is rarely about you. It's about what you were doing for them. 5. Guilt as a control mechanism. They'll say, after everything I've done for you, or how can you leave me now? These words are not requests. They are weapons designed to chain you to obligation. Guilt is one of the oldest tools of manipulation. Machiavelli would smile at how easily people use morality to keep others compliant. Detach from the guilt. Ask yourself, am I staying out of choice or out of pressure? If it's the latter, you're being controlled, not loved. 6. How Machiavelli predicted emotional hypocrisy. Machiavelli knew human nature is selfish. Even the most moral people will change when power, money, or usefulness is on the line. He wrote, men are ungrateful, fickle, liars, and deceivers. And while this sounds harsh, It is often true when survival or self-interest takes over. Modern relationships are full of emotional hypocrisy, where words say one thing, but behavior says another. You must read the actions, not the affection. 7. The power of becoming unavailable. Want to know your real value? Become unavailable. Don't answer that text. Skip that call. Delay that favor. Watch what happens. People who were close suddenly become frustrated, distant, or aggressive. Why? Because their source of usefulness is gone. Machiavelli would say this is the perfect test of loyalty. The more you become scarce, the more their real feelings surface. True allies will adjust. Users will disappear. 8. Strategic withdrawal when silence is loud. Instead of reacting, try removing yourself. Not loudly, not with drama. Just vanish. Slowly reduce access. Be polite but firm. Strategic withdrawal is a power move. It forces people to evaluate your presence. Machiavelli knew rulers who withdrew their resources created hunger for their return. When your silence makes more noise than your presence, you become powerful. 9. Why absence triggers their desperation. Absence is not just a void, it's a mirror. When you're gone, people are forced to reflect on how much they relied on you. The desperate calls, sudden apologies, or guilt trips, that's the sound of their dependency panicking. Machiavelli's lesson here: if absence creates chaos, you were never appreciated, just used quietly. 10. Respect built on scarcity, not sympathy. Want to be respected? Be less available. Sympathy gets you short-term attention. Scarcity gets you long-term respect. The more people think they can access you anytime, the less they value the access. Make yourself rare. Machiavelli believed rulers should never be too generous, because generosity breeds entitlement. Apply this to your presence. 11. Becoming the prize, not the pawn. If you're always available, always saying yes, always fixing everything, you become a pawn in their game. You must become the prize. Someone whose time, attention, and presence must be earned. Machiavelli's rulers surrounded themselves with people who needed them, but kept a healthy distance. You can't be respected if you don't first respect yourself. 12. Never argue. Become too valuable to lose. The more you explain your worth, the less people believe it. Machiavelli never advised rulers to justify their actions. He advised them to prove their worth through action. So if they doubt your value, walk away. Watch how quickly they remember. Be so valuable, so consistent, so irreplaceable in what you offer, that people fight for your return without you having to say a word. 13. The Machiavellian exit strategy. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is leave. Not out of anger, not to punish, but because you've realized the truth. They only beg when your use was ending. Exit silently. Leave a gap. Let them sit in the void. Machiavelli's rulers often disappeared just to create scarcity. Use the same move. They'll feel your absence more than your presence ever registered. 14. Let them chase what they once ignored. It's ironic. When you gave freely, they overlooked you. But when you became distant, they chased you. Let them chase. Let them feel the weight of everything they once took for granted. Let your absence teach them a lesson your words never could. People don't change through lectures. They change through loss. 15. Mastering emotional detachment without losing influence. Machiavelli never said to be heartless. He said to be strategic. Emotional detachment means understanding that not every connection deserves your energy. Influence is built by offering value, selectively. Keep your heart intact, but keep your access guarded. Detach when needed. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. Be feared for leaving, not love for staying. Love is sweet, but fear is lasting. Be the one who, when gone, leaves a hole too big to fill. Be the one who walks away, not because they're bitter, but because they're awake. Machiavelli said rulers are only as respected as their usefulness. So become so powerful that even when they beg, you don't need to answer. If this opened your eyes, it's time to take your power back. Like this video if you're done being used. Comment below. What fake loyalty did you finally walk away from? Subscribe for weekly psychological strategies, Machiavellian truth, and silent power. Share this with someone who always gives too much. Because in the end, they only beg you to stay when you're still useful to them. Stop being their tool. Become your own ruler.